Gen Z's Blackpill epidemic. I'm expecting people like Clavicular to be made fun of and maybe see some, you know, people crushing their bones like dumbasses.
The owner of one of the biggest looksmaxxing websites just got leaked, and here is what the perpetrator looks like.
He looks like your average Reddit mod who's like, never takes no for an answer and just bans everybody. He also looks like your average fucking maniac pedophile you see on the streets.
Now, it's easy to make fun of someone who looks like this, but I have a theory that this sort of behavior is exactly what is leading to the male loneliness epidemic, and I have proof. Let me show you.
Now, I just gotta say, before he goes on any further, that brother in Christ, if you genuinely look like this, bro, you do not need—
One of the biggest incel websites in the world. Goddamn, these people need serious fucking help. Like, incels in this fucking world are just a problem to themselves. They're also a problem to everybody else. Like, they're like the feminists, but for the males, because they just share hate, like, for like men, the same as modern feminists share hate about men, and they just destroy male and female dynamics online for no fucking reason.
To be complaining about women and them not paying you any attention, bro. Like, literally. And the crazy thing is, like, guys will literally look like this and want like a very attractive, fit, like supermodel-esque girl, or not, maybe not even supermodel-esque, but they want her to be fit and attractive, and yet you look like this, bro. The energy you want, you have to put out back into the world. That's super simple. Additionally, for the people who say looks don't matter, bro, it's cope, and you're just lying to people. Everything matters.
Nah, of course looks don't matter, right, guys? Come on, looks don't matter, do they? Right? Everybody who said yes is ugly, right? I'm not being serious, by the way. I know a lot of guys that are not the best looking, but they have amazing fucking personalities and are very, very funny. And I wish I had their fucking girlfriends. Actually, never mind. That's an awful sentence.
In this world, right? Everything. Personality matters. How you look physically matters. Your money matters. Whether you have a job or not, or still live with your mom matters. And the top comment here says, making fun of his looks only proves his point. Now, I don't know if the person who uploaded this video is going to make fun of his looks. I don't want to do that. And if you think me pointing out his obvious flaws is making fun of him, then you're just soft. I'm not making fun of him. I'm just stating the obvious.
People need to stop being pussies and just make fun of people online. Hey, if you want to make fun of somebody online, make fun of somebody online, but make it clear that you're joking and not being serious, okay? There's a clear difference between making jokes and just being, you know, hateful.
A lot of people are just afraid of the truth nowadays for some reason. I don't know why that is.
People nowadays
again, if you look like this and you have not done anything to improve your life or your body, your physical attributes, then I'm sorry. Whining online about women all day is just pointless. It's futile.
Now, it's easy to make fun of someone who looks like this, but I have a theory that this sort of behavior is exactly what is leading to the male loneliness epidemic, and I have proof. Let me show you. I read a lot of comments on my page, and so many times I'll click on their profile and it'll be a private account with
This is just a fucking AI bot that's made from, like, I don't know, from like other AIs for some person to just farm some Reddit karma, or this is somebody's like second bot account they use to, like, you know, leave hate comments or just share fucking crazy dark racist reels. And I'm not gonna lie, some of them are actually pretty funny, but it's very hard to make, you know, dark reels funny, because I've seen almost every dark reel possible nowadays.
Photos and an anonymous profile picture. I've been so curious about this phenomenon that I actually asked a couple of them about it, and they all said the same thing. They're too worried what people are going to say if they do post. In high school and college, there was
here's me making videos, making fun of myself every single fucking day, and I'm inviting everybody to destroy me in the comments.
To be good looking, there's so much pressure to be jacked and lean. There's so much pressure to be rich that they might as well not even try.
And that's, you see, that's the problem. Guys, people are very nihilistic. Listen, I understand all the daily pressures of compare and contrast. First of all, stop comparing your life to the lives of people online. Comparison is a thief of joy. Just focus on you and the small improvements you can do every day, whether that's financially, physically, mentally, spiritually, whatever. Your journey is your own. And if you have a very toxic, unhealthy mindset of comparing your life to those online who are, by the way, only showing you the shiny bits of their life, they're going through their own struggles too, behind the scenes in these highly edited videos. Stop comparing your life to the veneer.
Here's the problem. It's very hard to stop comparing. Like, you have to go, like, you have to shut out social media out of your life, like, fully, because social media thrives and algorithms thrive on people showing off this kind of stuff, because it gets clicks. What gets clicks goes viral, and everybody fucking sees it. So it's very hard, especially if you're younger, to look at all this stuff every single day and not just go, I'm gonna be a black pillar, red pillar, look max for retarded guy as well. And And it's very unhealthy because obviously just looks aren't everything, even though, especially when you're younger and when you're in high school and you're in college, especially when you're in high school, nothing matters except looks. That's it. Like nobody, no girl will date you because you're fucking poor or rich or fucking whatever, right? If you're funny and you're hot and you're 16 in high school and you want to get girls, and that's why a lot of young people get hooked on this.
Stop comparing your life to the veneer and the facade of people you see online when they may be struggling as well. Secondly, just because someone may look better than you or have more money than you or whatever does not mean that you still can't try. That's just super nihilistic. Life is very relative.
I'm not gonna lie, I entered this fucking year with a very nihilistic view with zero goals or anything because I don't want to be disappointed again.
And very contextual. Sure, there's always going to be someone better than you or lower than you, right? But just because someone may have more or less does not mean that you should compare yourself to them and not try. You're trying to improve your life.
Is this video therapy? What is this?
And not gonna lie, I think a lot of these defeatist, nihilistic, I don't even want to try type of mentalities is literally why people become incels and isolated, because you just don't want to try, bro. You just give up.
Well, here's the thing. I did say I entered this year with a nihilistic view. I'm still gonna work on, you know, getting a better tech job because I'm moving companies right now and, you know, making videos that I enjoy more and not niching super down and like trapping myself and overthinking what videos to do. It's like I'm still gonna work on stuff, but I'm just, you know, I just know that nothing else matters as long as I'm enjoying the stuff that I do. And if they succeed one day, they fucking, hey, great.
On life, and that's sad, man.
If they post on Instagram and their photo doesn't get 250 likes or whatever arbitrary number, they feel like a failure and a loser, and they're
I really don't give a fuck about that.
That is sad, bro, and that is legit mental illness fueled by like online parasocial activities that we need to stomp out.
I was like that when I was like 13.
Life.
It is of my belief that social media and these looksmaxxing people are to blame for this sort of behavior. I am all for self-improvement, don't get me wrong, but it seems like all of this looksmaxxing stuff is kind of just comparing yourself to others and ranking yourself on a leaderboard.
Literally, that's what it is, man. And I gotta say,
like, this existed even before looksmaxxing existed. Like even when in the day when just Facebook existed and I was in like elementary school, everybody was obsessed with is my picture over 100 fucking likes? And I would like use auto liker like a fucking bots and AI to like get 1,000 likes on my pictures that I would get bullied and made fun of. Obviously, right?
it's weird. The looksmaxxing online, competing and trying to look better than the next guy community. It's just, they have
compete
valid
with yourself,
points
man.
for like basic stuff like hygiene and skincare and all that shit. But then when you get into the deep nooks and crannies of the entire ecosystem, it's just, bro, people just become way too obsessed with their looks. And it's, bro, it's like, it's making so many people have body dysmorphia and genuinely unhappy because they're never satisfied. Take, for example, there's one of the leaders of the looksmaxing community by the name of Androgenic, one of these guys. And this girl confronted him like a few nights ago talking about his looks and calling him, you know, ugly or whatever. Right? She was being rude. But here was his response, bro. You know, he's not bad looking, but it's just like the way he responded.
Number one, I wish I looked as good as he does, but I'm not gonna lie, his face looks kind of fakeish, like he's some kind of a fucking Ken doll. But in these kinds of situations, as a man, it's very fucking important. I know I joke around a lot in this video, but it's very important. It's way more important how you handle these kinds of situations, heated fucking debates or conversations. Always remain calm, always remain chill, and you know, sometimes maybe make fun of yourself or even the whole situation just to, you know, calm it down a little bit, because you never know, the other person is maybe a hot girl that may or may not be attracted to you and is just playing games, or is just a retarded guy who might just take out a knife or a gun. You never know.
Shows how much
a little life
is
lesson.
rampant in people like this.
You're ugly! What the hell? You're
fucking low back. You look at your fucking mid-face. You look fucking ugly as you look fucking absolutely disgusting. I'm serious.
This is what
Like,
I'm saying. This is
bro,
childish. This is stupid.
Man, a little girl like
the last time I was called ugly in my comments, which is, it happens from time to time, I usually agree with them. And if I'm called like annoying and stupid, I usually agree with them, because I don't care if it's true or not. And most of the time, it's probably true.
this, you know, in size, right? Not age. She should not be able to ever get you off your rocks like this, bro. She should not emotionally
also, she looks like she's
trouble you
fucking
to the
14.
point to where you
gives a
look
fuck?
so flustered, you
Just
can't
leave.
speak, you're stumbling, she's laughing at you, you're pointing down at her, and you're just like, you're clearly bothered. Guys, take a more relaxed approach to life. When people say disrespectful things to me or rude things to me, mostly
approach.
online, because I don't get that energy in real life.
More of a
Online,
stoic
I don't
nihilistic.
even, bro, either I lean
Never
into
mind.
it, I laugh, I troll
Makes
back,
no
or I
sense.
just ignore it because it doesn't mean anything to me. And in real life, bro, I don't even associate with people like that. It's just like, yo, things aren't that serious. You're trying to rage bait, you're trying to troll. I understand that. And
I love
like,
rage baiting.
you're not gonna accomplish the goal, your goal of trying to make me bothered by calling me ugly, because I'm a very unbothered individual. I couldn't give a fuck less. But when you have a guy like this, androgenic, he's like in the same field as clavicular and all that, who are so obsessed with their looks, and he got surgery. Let me show you.
Holy fucking shit!
And all them who are so obsessed with their looks, and he got surgery. Let me show you.
Holy shit! There's actually hope for me. Holy, look at this. Look at his hairline. Look at my fucking disgusting hairline. Look at his, like, he didn't have any eyebrows. I have the opposite problem. Like, if I don't go to an actual, like, woman specialist for, like, hair and brows and stuff, and if I don't get my eyebrows fixed, like, at least, like, once every 3 weeks, they look like this, just one straight line, just connecting both brows. I'll have, a permanent roof on top of my eyes. I'll never be able to, like, get sunlight in my eyes, which is great, but at the same time, I'll never be able to get fucking action in bed. You know, come on. God damn. Holy shit.
So yeah, this was him, right?
He also
when he was
grew
younger,
up,
right?
but yeah,
Skinny,
surgery
you know,
as well.
whatever. And then eventually he got into the looksmaxing community. He started
Even
you know,
the
taking
nose,
like steroids,
right?
peptides. He got, I think, double jaw surgery. He probably started injecting testosterone as well, and he started molding and shifting himself into a very
his body.
looking individual. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I guess technically his looks have improved, but
if he went from that skinny to that muscular, like, I should show some pictures of myself. I'm natural and I've been training for like years. Who knows how maybe I won't respond that well to steroids. Who knows? Maybe I'll just fucking die in like a few years from like a heart attack. Like, that's what they're doing. I hope this guy, you know, comes to his senses and stops doing all this crazy shit.
This looks crazy now. Like,
but now since he's making money out of it,
it's very uncanny. When you have guys like this, my point is, who are so obsessed with their looks to the point to where they completely change like everything about their physical appearance. They're gonna be attached to everything that has to do with their physicality, to the point to where any critique or pointing out of a flaw can send them over the edge. Say that they're ugly, or you're not their preference,
crazy,
or you're not their cup of tea. They will have erratic emotional outbursts that are borderline unhinged. Actually, completely unhinged. And true confidence, in my opinion, no matter how good.
Here's the problem. A lot of young women are gonna see like how he looks and how he behaves, and him being a kick streamer and stuff, and making money out of it if he's big enough, right? And a lot of young women are gonna, you know, get into that shit and gonna like it, and they're gonna, you know, end up with him. But the older you get, you know, this plastic surgery shit and steroids, usually it backfires. Like, we've seen a lot of examples. You can just search it up online. You already know, right? Also, if that's his whole personality, I don't know, man, like, more adult, serious women are gonna see this and think, you know what, I'll sacrifice abs and a crazy jawline if I have a, you know, a well-mannered, good personality, caring, you know, nice potential husband and a potential, you know, father. So basically the opposite of a lot of these people that are looksmaxers that just say crazy and shit online. Well, I say crazy shit online, but I'm not a looksmaxer. I want to be, you know, discreet and honest.
Look on the outside has to really come from within. Like, again,
Ugly! What the hell? You're ugly!
You're fucking low back. You look at your fucking face.
I'm cringing for him.
You look fucking absolutely disgusting. I'm serious.
Holy shit.
like, he starts talking about her mid-face, bro, and she doesn't care at all, bro.
Mid-face?
Guys, this guy reeks of insecurity, man. And if this is you, man, despite getting all these surgeries and injecting steroids and peptides, then you clearly have a lot of healing you still need to do.
Sometimes I wish I was that stupid to start doing steroids. Like, I was that careless to just start doing steroids. I
scared
wish.
to put themselves out
But
there because
really
they are
don't
too
wanna.
worried.
I wanna, but I don't.
And I'm out here just trying to do my small part in fixing this. Like, look at this. I got a fat ass cold sore on my lip. I don't give a fuck, bro.
Nobody noticed that, by the way.
My value does not come from my external appearance. It comes from who I am deep down inside.
So basically, that guy pointed out the fact that, and this is what I truly believe, your value as a human being, outside whatever the fuck social constructs humans have created for themselves, I believe, comes from your intrinsic, intangible values from within, perseverance, the willing to get knocked down and get the back up, the ability to be a leader, to strive in the face of adversity, to keep going in the darkness, to reach the light. I know it sounds cheesy, it sounds
that
cliche,
sounds crazy poetic,
yeah, man,
poetic, my God. You should write a book or a novel.
We only have
I'm probably not gonna read it, but you
your
should.
Body, your mind, your soul. Clearly, the leader of the looksmaxing community, this guy right here is not.
How the fuck
right?
is that? Oh, he
Looksmax.
said he's like the main guy for the like incel website, which would make sense. But looksmaxing? I don't know, man. Maybe he's like profiting out of all of these looksmaxers and just manipulating them into doing this and making money out of it. I don't fucking know. Who the fuck is
this
that
guy
guy
right here? In the same community,
I've made multiple
he might
videos
look
on
good
this guy.
on the outside, but on the inside, I can tell he's a very unhealthy individual. I've
Who
made
cares?
multiple videos about this guy, 2 to 3 videos already about this guy. Very
Same.
toxic mindset, genuinely. And then, you know, we have people in the comment section saying making fun of his looks only proves his point. I don't know who's making this guy didn't make fun of his looks, nor did I. But again, this is just projection
Sad
of insecurity.
people.
Nobody's making
Sad
fun of
fucking
him. If
people.
anything, people are pointing out the hypocrisy, the irony. You complain about women and you're black-pilled and you complain about all these things, yet you have not even tried, bro. You haven't even tried.
There's another problem with like internet culture and like if you online, if you want to get big, you either have to be very funny and interesting or come out with some interesting topic. That's number one. Second is you being very knowledgeable on something, like for example, Dr. K, Healthy Gamer GG. And thirdly, this is mostly for like, you know, the women. It's if you look nice, okay? So if you're very interesting, funny, whatever, you come up with something new, if you're very smart and knowledgeable and you teach people, and the third is just your looks. That's it.
In life. And then these people create these incel communities, like one of the largest incel
let's see the country. Where is it from?
Right? And technically, being an incel or involuntarily celibate means you literally can't get physical intimacy with anyone, regardless how much you try. But obviously, the meaning has shifted, has changed, and it's taken on anyone, regardless how much you try. But obviously,
holy fucking, these fucking guys, Hitler. I know it's dark and fucked up, but I just love dark humor, man. And I know these guys aren't using it for dark humor. They just actually like these kinds of people, which is scary.
The meaning has shifted, has changed, and it's taken on a whole other meaning like a list of attributes or personality characteristics or physical attributes that people may use the word incel to slander you with. I don't personally agree with that, because words mean things to me, but I understand linguistics and the evolution of language over time. But I just gotta say, if you are in the incel community, the looksmaxing community, and you're a blackpill, and you have not even tried to
get some therapy, get some help, okay? You need therapy, you need help, you need to grow out of that phase, because as you grow, as you mature, hopefully you mature, you'll find out that that's not the most important thing in life. Yeah, still, you know, eat healthy and, you know, go to the gym. You should never stop that, right? But you know, obsessing over that and that's all you do and that's your whole personality, it's making one thing your whole personality is always boring. Doesn't matter if it's looksmaxing, doesn't matter if it's the fucking gym or just fucking, I don't know, like history, fucking politics, fucking whatever, right? Just be more broad of a person, if that makes sense, you know?
Personally improve your life, regardless of what other people think. You're not eating organic, you're not exercising at least 3-4 times a week, you're not reading or trying to gain knowledge about things, then you have nobody else to blame but yourself.
I like this.
And I know people are going to be upset about this video, about me, you know, I guess speaking the truth or stating common sense, which I believe to be common sense. But I mean, hey, a lot of these things that are turning people into incels or femcells, because female incels exist too, it's just legit self-sabotage. These are just lifestyle
bro, what do you mean? She looks fucking attractive. She doesn't. But all of if I match with this kind of girl on Tinder, you better bet I'm hitting that ass. And probably calling the cops early on because I don't want to get killed by her. You know what I mean.
Choices that you can change. Nobody's forcing you to live like this. I gotta say, even I've seen videos of people literally born disadvantaged at birth. with childhood defects and all these genetic anomalies.
Yeah.
They even still try and become sometimes great athletes. They change the world by creating plethora of scientific inventions. They get rich
like body positivity needs to be for these kinds of people and not just, you know, you're justifying being fat and disgusting.
Perseverance and
Right.
trying to actually work.
I mean, some people still find other, you know, fat people attractive, but they're not justifying themselves. They're not saying being fat is amazing. That's the difference.
Is if people with less privilege than you at birth can lead great lives, why can't you?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just gotta say, I'm all for self-accountability. I don't like the victimhood Olympics. I don't like blaming people for my failures in life. I take full and 100% response. Even when I'm not at fault and somebody snakes
Good on
me,
you,
I'm
my
just gonna
guy.
be like, hey,
Everybody
what I
should
do
do
is
that.
say, hey, this person,
Good on
they
you.
did that and I should have vetted better. I should have been more thorough. It's my fault and I'll move better next time. That's my mentality. But I guess, you know, people would rather just stay in this
That's me
victimhood
in,
mentality
like
and
elementary
blame
school
other
without the
people
beard.
on the opposite political spectrum, the opposite gender, the opposite race, etc., etc.,
So
the
stupid.
opposite class for all their problems in their lives. And that's just not me. Anyway, thoughts and opinions down below. What do you think about this? And
I mean, in some countries, there is actually a huge problem with, you know, genders. Like, for example, a lot of the Arabic countries, right? For example, in where I live, there's also a lot of problems with, like, people in different classes, and there is a problem with people from different sexualities and people being homophobic. There's problems with, you know, people being racist, even though there's like 99% of people and even maybe 100% of people that live in my country are just white. But, you know, still, it's the average black person who comes here as a tourist, you'll sadly at least get one white little fucking 20-year-old dumbass or just 16-year-old dumbass who's just gonna call you the N-word just to like piss you off and be racist for like shits and giggles. You can make racist jokes, but it's like there's a huge difference between making racist jokes and just actually just trying to be racist and just trying to ruin people's days for no fucking reason. Either way, yeah, looksmaxxing, pretty stupid. The core principles of it, like, you know, eating healthy and training, not that bad, and I think everybody should be not obsessed, but, you know, at least mildly somewhat concerned with that because it's important, because it's healthy. Plus, it'll get you more action if you're a guy, I guess. But other than that, that's not the number one most important thing you should focus on in life. Like, people forget on their friends and family and fucking jobs if they're hyper focused on this shit. Like, come on, get a life and have a nice day.